Hello and welcome to Shelby Township Parks and Rec in the News. I'm Mike Adams. It's a busy time here in the township. Last show we covered many of the Christmas and holiday events that we have here in the township. It's also a busy time for some running events. We have Michael Ward here today, who's been with us many times. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me out again.
Even though the weather is turning, it's still a busy time for the races. I know you want to recap one that we just had and then also introduce one that's coming up, as well as ones in the springtime we already have information on. Go ahead.
Well, we just wrapped up the Veterans Run. We had about 75 people this year. We had a smaller crowd than normal, but we had a really good turnout. We raised a good couple $1,000s for the most important for the veterans. And it was kind of fun because it was a smaller group than in the past, but we had a young girl, 12 years old, that was the overall female winner.
12 years old?
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Great,
and she was proud, Mom and Dad were proud, and that made it very, very nice. We had a beautiful day, and the weather cooperated,
Yes.
and all in all, it was a pretty good event.
That's good. What's the race coming up? I know, I think it's the Jingle Bell Run, and I know it's a popular race. I know people really get into this race. There's costumes out there. It's more like a party atmosphere. Describe that race that's coming up.
It's an amazing event. This will be our 7th year doing this run.
Is it 7 years?
7 years. 7th annual Shelby Township Jingle Bell Run's official name, run/walk. It's a beautiful course. We start and finish at the senior center in the back of the building. We go up through the junior high, across the football field. We open up the fence and we drop you onto the cart path in Cherry Creek.
That's right.
Beautiful run up north. On the north end, we open up the fence. We take you around May Stecker and the lake and bring you back. And it's an incredibly beautiful course. And the weather's been up and down, from year to year, but we've had good weather the last couple years. It's a 5K walk or run, and we've had good turnout every year. We've been in the 400 to 500 range. We're on target to go well past that this year, but it's an amazing, giant Christmas party is what it is.
And can you give everyone the dates and information on registering for this event? Because I know some of those deadlines are coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be Sunday, December 18th at 9 a.m. It starts and finishes at the senior center, all kinds of parking around there. That's all set up for part of that. The registration fee currently is $25. We pushed the increase up to November 10th, or December 10th rather, get the dates right here. And you can register online at eastsideracingcompany.com. If you go to the jinglebell5krun.com, you can view our site. You can print up a form, and you can just mail the form in and save that extra fee, or you can even drop it off at the Hanson's Running Store in Utica, and we pick the forms up there as well. And both options give you different ways of registering for it. You can contact me even to make arrangements and all as part of that.
Sounds good. I know we got some runs coming up in the springtime. I participated in the Glow Run I think that was the first annual Glow Run at Cherry Creek, and that was a great run. That was I think it was my second or third 5K I did, and I enjoyed that one very much. I'll be signing up for that one again. But give us some information on some runs that might be coming up.
Well, we actually back up a little bit on that for the Jingle Run that is coming up. There's some new features we picked up from a couple of the other races that we've incorporated in. And I just wanted to mention a few things regarding the Jingle Bell Run, which will carry forward in some of the future races as well. I'm doing something unique this year that we're going to be donate. I'm going to get a bunch of raffle prizes we'll be raffling off that were primarily donations. And just as a way of getting more people out, as many of you know, I do these races for charity only. I don't collect a fee, 100% of the profits. And I wanted to get the numbers up at Christmas time. So we moved the date around. And this year we're going to be raffling off some prizes that I think a lot of people will be interested in. I've got a foursome for Cherry Creek for golf, a foursome from Greystone. We've got one free night at the Hyatt Place Hotel. I've got a Samsung 10 tablet, brand new, we'll be raffling off for somebody out there. Parks and Rec donated a free pavilion rental, $200 value could be a graduation party. Yep. 4 platinum seats for the Jimmy Johns for one baseball game. They were gracious enough to donate. So we've got a lot of prizes. We've got more to follow that we're adding to it. All you got to do is participate in the run or the walk. You're in the drawing. For anybody that brings donations, any type of cat-related donations, because one of the groups we support is Cattail Acres, for basically for stray cats that basically get dumped, is the term that I use for it. Sure. They don't get any support from anywhere, and they're one of our recipients of some of the money. But anybody that brings any cat food, cat litter, paper products, detergent, stuff that could be used, will also get another ticket for another chance in the drawings. And again, 100% of that's going to the 7 or 8 major charities that we're doing as well. We're also going to have something that we started at the Glow Run in the spring that we knew would be hot. And we've got Prairie Farms donating chocolate milk. That is the new rage for races this year, and from last year actually. Sure. So in addition to all of our goodies from McDonald's and Panera and all the other good things that we do, we'll have our Gatorade and our water, but we'll also have our chocolate milk as part of that too. So we kind of mixed in some really good things for this race that will carry over, and after this race gets over, we're right back on the horse and back off and running, and we have the now famous Glow Run. Yep. As many of you recall, last year, I think it was April 16th, we did our first annual Glow Run on Cherry Creek Golf Course. It was a 5K run after dark. Yep. We had an awesome kids run. You participated. Yep. It was an awesome event. And it was Mark Hackle that really first planted the seed and pushed us to do it. And he was a great supporter. He ran real well, I might add. So this year it's going to be on Friday, April 21st. And Cherry Creek wanted it on the Friday instead of the Saturday. They could open up the entire hall. Last year we had all but one section. Yes. We had a giant pizza party with a cash bar for that and all the other goodies and stuff. And it was a tremendous success. It was. It really so it'll be April 21st. That race is already open up for registration as well on eastsideracingcompany.com, the same as the Jingle Bell Run. But that I'm really excited about. That all goes to the Special Olympics. Last year we had 600 runners for a first time, unprecedented. This year, conservatively, we're expecting 1,200 runners. A lot of extra issues with it being after dark. On top of that, we've got all those little things that we wanted to make better for next year. The finish line will be a giant landing strip. We'll have medals for everybody. All the great things that we did, the little glow wristbands and all that stuff will be part of that. So that's our next big run coming up on April 21st. I can always be contacted for more information as well for that one. We also have the famous Back to the Beach coming up on May 21st, a Sunday. That's a series of 5K, 10K, and half marathon that we do in the Stony Creek Metro Park. Right. I work closely with Joe Burns, who puts that race on. He donates about $30,000, $35,000 to many different charities across the board. An incredible race that we put on. And then we have another one I'm excited about that I wanted to kind of put a pitch in that I'm involved with. And it's going to be the first annual Kiwanis Pennant Race. I'm working with the Kiwanis. It's another charity group. And we're going to have a race on let me double check the date, May 7th. It's a Sunday morning. I believe it's a 10 a.m. start. And it's going to be starting and finishing at Jimmy John's Park. It's going to come out of the park. We're going to run the river trail, which our Parks and Rec are very proud of, and come back and finish. We're going to have a giant party in the picnic area, and they have opened up the park for us, and it's going to be an incredible event. So you can see we've got some great, good fitness events, fun events, family events, as you put it as well. For sure. Coming up. And obviously you guys do a great job with the race, and there's a lot of planning involved. But talk a little bit about what really makes the races run that we talked before we went on air, I think is the volunteers. Talk a little bit about if someone's interested in volunteering and what kind of their duties would be on these race days. Because I know when I'm running them, you see them, they're doing all kinds of different things. They're handing out that Gatorade you talked about, the chocolate milk, telling you where to go, telling you where to finish. I mean, there's a million different things. Just give us a little information about the volunteers. Volunteers, the two things that I'm most dependent upon that make a race successful are great volunteers and participants. We need you to participate because we're supporting the charities and all. Yep. But without the volunteers, for example, the Glow Run requires a lot of extra care because of the darkness factor. And we learned a lot. We did some very good things, and some things we're going to do better for that one. But all in all, it was a tremendous success. But I need the volunteers, young and old and in between. I have some families that come back to me every year, and I've got a family again this year. They just want to help. They want to be part of it. So if you're interested in volunteering, you can contact me. You can post my phone number. It's 586-484-5523. And my email address is out there as well as on the various websites for it. But I need volunteers. The other thing I need are sponsors. We've had a lot of companies in the area that have been really good sponsors to me, but it's always nice to have other local businesses. And all I'm looking for is 100, 150, 250. Some go up as high as 500, and that's not a lot, but that helps us and gives us more to work with to cover some of our expenses, but also for the charities part of it.
Very good. Anything else you want to add? Anything that you see in the upcoming future? I know you talked about the chocolate milk is a fun new thing. Anything that you see in the near future with some of these races, especially like you said, the Glow Run? That's kind of a new thing that we had here, and the numbers are going crazy for that one. So anything you see in the near future, the trends in 5K? Well,
what's happening is people like to come out and have a good time. And it's become, as a statement you made on a previous show after the Glow Run, it was a family event.
It was.
We had such a great kids run. Having a kids run as part of that is a plus. That gives the younger kids an opportunity to shine and get a medal and all. But it's all the little things that you do. We have a DJ. We have, we're blasting out music to entertain everybody. Everybody comes in costumes for certain events. All the extra things we give away, like the chocolate milk and the Gatorade and the water and all the goodies and stuff. It's the combination of all those things. We do shirt sizes broken out by men's and women's. A lot of races don't do that.
Right.
That's a headache.
It is.
It's a headache
tough
for me because I have to plan how many do I do. And a little thing I'll share with the audience. It's quite interesting. But across the last 7 or 8 years, we've seen a trend. And at least 60% of the people that participate in my races are female. And the number is growing. Less and less men. I think it's more, we're getting more and more females running.
Yeah.
And not that the men's dropping off. Why? I couldn't tell you. But a simple thing like having a dry fit shirt too, another nice thing. Yeah. And having the shirts broken out for male and for female as well. We do the awards for the overall, and I added a third category that every race in this area is added on. They called it the Grandmaster now. Normally you get your overall male and female, get a nice trophy, and a gift card that Hanson's is so great in donating and supporting our races. Then you did the Masters, 40 and over. And thanks to a gentleman from our township that I'm very proud of, Norrin Killip, came to me and said, I can't keep up with these studs, these 44-year-old studs. So we created in his memory, and I still, when he comes to the races, I always thank him. It's 60 and above category. All of a sudden, everybody realized that's a good thing to do. And then we do the top 3 in each age group, for example, for the Jingle Bell Run.
Right.
And a lot of people like the recognition factor.
Sure.
And then adding little things like Prairie Farms donating chocolate milk, and then having all the raffle prizes now as a lure for people to come out. And when we do the Glow Run, the fact that we have a giant pizza party built into it, it makes it so people want to come out. And we always do the package pickup the day before. We'll be doing it for the Jingle Bell Run this year. It'll be on the Saturday before, the day before. And have Hanson's throw in 20% off on purchases. So people come in, they'll buy their shoes, pick up their Christmas gifts, save 20%, pick up their number in their packet. It's all the little things that collectively add up to putting on a great race and getting people to keep coming back over and over and over again. And let's face it, the Glow Run was one where people are constantly talking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter where you go in the township, running comes up and said, hey, did you hear about that Glow Run?
Yeah.
I'm really proud of that one. We did something, thanks to Mark Hackle for that one.
Yeah, that was. And I also think the key is that the 5K walk, because we're talking about that family event. If you got 10, 12 family members, they're all not going to want to do the 5K run. But now you include that walk in there, maybe half of them that wouldn't normally join are now joining and doing that. And that could be a reason why you see the bump in the women registration too, who knows. But that was the case with our family. We had 10 or 12 out there from my family, and half did the run, half did the walk, and it was great.
It's just wonderful to see people just get physically active. We need to do more of that, especially with our younger people. And to think that for the Veterans Run, we had a 12-year-old girl that was the overall winner. I thought that was really cool.
I had trouble passing some of those 12-year-olds, and a lot of them passed me at the goal, and I'll tell you. Well, Mike, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for sharing the info on the runs, and thanks for your work in the community and doing these runs. I know I enjoy it, and I'll be at the Jingle Bell Run myself.
Well, I want to do a special thank you, as I always do, to all the Parks and Rec people. Because every event that I'm involved with, somehow or other Parks and Rec's involved, directly or indirectly. And you guys, without you and your support, and I've said this before, you guys do a great job of anticipating. More often than not, whether it's Bob Peters or anybody else that I work with, you're 2 or 3 steps ahead of me. What about this? And what about this? And you do a tremendous job. And it's a volunteer in a different way. But I can always count on you guys to be there. Another reason we're successful. So thank you.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate that. We'll be right back with Jim from the Nature Center to share some of the Nature Center events that are coming up.
The picnic shelters at Riverbends Park are available for rent starting January 9th, 2012. Reservations for the Bittersweet, Hickory Grove, and Maple View shelter will be accepted for groups for the months of May through September. For available dates, please contact Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300. Amenities include a number of picnic tables, 8 grills scattered throughout the main park area, playscape and disc golf course, horseshoe pits and volleyball nets. For more information and residential and non-residential fees, please call the Shelby Township Parks and Recreation Department at 586-731-0300.
Hello and welcome back to Shelby Parks and Rec in the News. Joining me now is Jim from the Nature Center, and as we stated earlier, it's a busy time here in Shelby Township with the township events with Santa, and obviously we heard about the running events. busy time at the Nature Center too, Jim. I know you guys discussed some Christmas holiday events last time. I know we have some other events coming up that you want to share with us. Please let the residents know what's coming up here at Shadbush Nature Center.
Definitely. We have our winter bird watching and Christmas bird count is coming up on Saturday, December 17th from noon to 4. This is a part of the Macomb Audubon Society's Christmas bird count. And so we need feeder watchers, but it's a great day for newbies or somebody who's looking to pick up a hobby to just come out and learn about bird identification and observation techniques. We'd appreciate a call to the Nature Center to let us know that you'll be attending. But it's a great day. We've been having some wonderful warm weather, so hopefully it'll keep it up for that bird count.
Hopefully. I never attended this event, but I did attend the next event that you're going to talk about, the Winterfest. This is a great event for the family. Give the residents a little background on this event, what they can expect if they register for the Winterfest.
Well, the Winterfest and Family Cookout is on Saturday, January 28th, 2017. We run from 11 to 3, and it's $3 for ages 4 and up. And it's just a great day, depending on the weather. It's very weather dependent, but we try and do a family cookout. Everybody brings their own foods, and we cook everything over a campfire at 11. And then we have some great activities, both indoor and outdoor, as the weather permits, to help explore winter time and nature in general. So it's a great way to come out and spend the day with the family. We do allow for pre-registration if you're interested online or by phone, but you don't have to. We do just, it helps us to plan ahead.
Right. Any other events coming up that you want to share, and maybe give the residents a little background on when you guys aren't running events at the Nature Center, the days in between, what can be done at the Nature Center, what are some of the features of the Nature Center if a resident just wanted to swing by with, I know a lot of times grandchildren are with grandparents this time of year, and if they just want to get out of the house and do something.
Sure. It's a great place to come and just see some of our live and mounted exhibits. We do have the Clinton River exhibit where you can actually crawl through a piece of the Clinton River and witness kind of what lives in there and what goes on in the Clinton River and beneath it. You can definitely talk to our naturalist with any questions that you may have. He's on duty when the building is open, so anytime Wednesday through Sunday, we'd love to see you. We're open from 10 to 6 on Wednesday through Saturday, and then noon to 5 on Sunday. So it's a great place to go and just explore nature. We have a bunch of mounts in our theater room and a bunch of live exhibits and critters to see. And depending on their feeding schedule, you might see them fed or have a chance to touch them.
Is there any new reptiles or new amphibians that have come in the past couple weeks that people maybe if they went a month ago aren't aware that are there?
We got a donation of a leopard gecko a couple weeks
Those are
ago.
Cool. I like those guys.
So he's back. We just put them out for the public to view. We always try and quarantine them to get them on a good feeding schedule, make sure they're healthy when we get them taken in. But he just got put out this week, so we're excited about that.
Those are good for young children, aren't they very easygoing?
Easygoing, and they're cute.
They are cute. Those are cool.
They're really fun animals to look at.
My son wants one. Actually, I want one, but I know my son wants something like that, so we were thinking about getting one of those.
Okay.
Those are cool. Give some information. A lot of people, when they call the Parks and Rec office, we mention the Nature Center, and you hear that silence for a couple seconds, and we say the wood building or the rustic log cabin, and then all of a sudden it clicks. Give some information on where the Nature Center is and some of your, as far as the phone number and some of the ways people can, besides the newsletter, get information about the events, like your Facebook page and stuff like that.
Sure. You can like us on Facebook. All you have to do is search for the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center and like our page. We send out a lot of information that way and reminders about events coming up. We are a big log cabin, a beautiful log cabin located in Riverbends Park off of the Ryan Road entrance, which is off Ryan Road in between Auburn and 22 Mile. You can always give us a call at area code 586-323-2478 to register, or we can answer any questions or get more information on any of our programs. And then there's always our website, shelbytwp.org, under the Parks, Recreation, and Maintenance tab. on that website. So lots of things coming up. We have Nature Tales preschool story time on the first and third Thursday of each month. The second December story time on December 15th. I hear we're going to have a special guest. Santa will be in the area, so he'll be
Santa's
paying
in the area a lot.
the little one's a special visit on his rounds through Shelby Township on the 15th of December. Our homeschool program on Wednesday, December 7th at 1:30 in the afternoon is the subject of that is winter birds. And Santa will be coming back through the Nature Center on Saturday, December 10th from noon to 4. So you can bring your lists out if you see him at the tree lighting and want to see him again, or if you miss him at the tree lighting, it'd be great to have you come by. There's no charge for it. Come by and see Santa.
Another great time is me and Joe usually say on the show, if you don't want to wait in the 2-hour line at the mall, nice, intimate, quaint event where you can see Santa
And take a look around the Nature Center while you're there.
Correct. Well, thanks for sharing the information, Jim. We appreciate it. Always great things going on there, and I know when we have some downtime over the break, my kids always want to go up there, and
Great.
I know, like I said, we did the Winterfest a couple times, and the kids love it, so thanks for the information.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Next show, we're going to recap a lot of information about the holidays coming up in Shelby Township. One thing I do want to mention, I know it's winter and winter is coming up. I do want to mention our baseball registration starting. And Jim, people can't believe that we start registration in January, early January for baseball. That starts in late April. But when you have 800 to 1,000 players, you do have to
Space it out a little bit.
Space it out and plan ahead. So I know we always catch people off guard with that. So I do want to let the residents know about that, as well as we started doing basketball registration for our winter seasons for grades 3 and 4 and 7 through 9th. So don't forget about those, because a lot of time in the spring, people wait too long, and then the kids are mad that they didn't get into the thing. So baseball registration is coming up. That's in the last newsletter that went out, as well as the basketball registration. So just some things, as well as the adult exercise we have at the community center here, which will be definitely increasing in registration. Those winter months, we always get a boost, and people are looking to.
And after the first of
the year, the numbers definitely rise. So just some things coming up here in Shelby Township to let the residents know. You can always check out our Facebook page or give us a call at 731-0300. We'll give you all the information you need, as well as take a look at the newsletters. I think 60-some pages in the last newsletter of activities. So just some information on some of our activities, and we definitely appreciate you watching. Thank you, and have a great day.